You want to see their wives? I can imagine. Big, beefy things, I suppose. You know that one upstairs? Mm-hmm. One time, the plaster cracked. No!
You had to cut out the conversation in there.
You can't hear us.
Well, you can hear me. And I said, hush up!
This is my house. I'll talk as loud as I want to.
Don't start around.
Oh, he's half drunk. I'll be out in a minute.
Hey, Nick, you in?
What? No, I'm out.
Turn on the radio in there.
Hi there, do you mind?
Shut it off!
Oh, come on, let the girls have their music.
Yeah, sure, it sounds nice.
Yeah, sounds like Xavier Puget. I didn't hear you, Nate.
Is that name of it?
I wasn't listening.
What were you going to?
He was staring through the curtain. Deal it over. Let's play cards or quit. Some people get ants in their pants when they're winning. Sit down!
I'm going to the head. Deal me out.
Sure, he's got ants now. Selling $5 bills rolled up in his pocket pad as spitballs, huh?
Tomorrow you'll see him at the cashier's window getting them changed in the clothes.
And they'll go home and deposit them one by one and piggy bank his mother bought him for Christmas. Came to spit in the ocean.
Hello. The little boy's room is busy right now.
We've been drinking beer.
Oh, I hate beer.
It's a hot weather drink.
Oh, I don't think so. It always makes me warm. Do you have any cigs?
Sure.
What kind are they?
Loves.
Oh, good. Oh, pretty case. Seal?
Yes. Yes, read the inscription.
Oh, there's an inscription. I can't make it out. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better every day. Well, it's not my favorite song by Mrs. Browning.
You know it?
Certainly I do.
There's a story connected with that inscription.
Sounds like a romance.
Pretty sad. The girl's dead.
Oh.
She knew she was dying when she gave this to me. Very strange girl. Very sweet. Very.
She must have been very fond of it. Sick people have such deep, sincere attachments.
That's right, they certainly do.
Sorrow makes for sincerity, I think.
Well, it sure brings it out in people.
The little there is belongs to people who've experienced some sorrow.
I believe you're right about that.
I'm positive that I am. Show me a person who hasn't known any sorrow, and I'll show you a superficial. Oh! There's a tip in my tongue with a little thick. You boys are responsible for it. The show was out at 11, and we couldn't come home on account of the poker game. So we had to go somewhere and drink. I'm not accustomed to having more than one drink. 2 is my limit, and 3. Tonight I had 3.
Mitch!
Now, deal me out. I'm speaking with Miss...
Dubois.
Miss Dubois.
It's a French name. It means woods, and Blanche means white, so the two together mean white woods, like the orchard in Spain.
You're French.
We're French by extraction. Our first American ancestors were French Huguenots.
You are still a sister, are you not?
Yes, Stella's my precious little sister. I call her little in spite of the fact she's someone older than I. Just slightly less than a year. Will you do something for me?
Sure.
I bought this adorable color paper lantern at a Chinese shop on Bourbon. Put it up with a light bulb, will you please?
Be glad.
I can't stand a naked light bulb. Any more than I can a rude remark or a vulgar action.
Yes, we strike you as a pretty rough bunch.
I'm very adaptable to circumstances.
Well, that's a very good thing to be. So you're visiting Stanley and Stella?
Yeah. Stella hasn't been very well. And I've been out for a while. She's very renegade.
You're not
Married? No. I'm an old maid school teacher.
Well, you may teach school, but you're certainly not an old maid.
Why, thank you, sir. I appreciate your gallantry.
So you're in the teaching profession?
Yes.
High school, a grade school?
Mitch, coming!
Gracious! What I teach high school in Laurel.
What subject do you teach?
Guess.
I bet you teach pop. Music? What do I know? You can teach arithmetic.
Never arithmetic, sir. Never arithmetic. I don't even know my multiplication table. No, I have the misfortune of being an English instructor. I attempt to instill a bunch of Bobby Sockers and drugstore Romeos with reverence for Hawthorne and Whitman. Oh,
Some of them just must be interested in other things.
how very right you are. Their literary heritage is not what most of them treasure above all else. They're sweet things. And in the spring, it's touching to notice their first discovery of love, as if no one had ever known it before. Oh, you finished?
Wait, I'll turn on the radio. Only please go home if any of you want to fuck.
Oh, come on now, Stan, take it easy.
Calm down, man.
You lay your hands on me.
This is terrible.
Louis, the afternoon before!
Get him in here, man! Poker should not be played in a house with women.
Get my son's clothes. We're gonna move upstairs.
Where are the clothes?
Okay. Oh, my baby sister. Oh, don't be afraid.
What's the matter? What happened?
You blew your top, Stan.
He's okay now.
Yeah, sure, my boy's all right.
Put him on the bed. Get him a wet towel.
Give him a cup of coffee. We'll do the world a good right now.
Oh, what? Put him on the shower.
Let's get quick out of here.
Poker should not be played in a house with.
Stella? My baby doll left me. Eunice, I want my baby. Eunice! I'll keep on ringing the door talking to my baby. Stop! Stop, sweetheart! Stop! Stop!
With the hell up there, go back to bed!
Eunice, I want my baby down here. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Quit or you get the law on you. You can't beat on a woman and call her back. She won't come. And her gonna have a baby. You stinker. You welcome a Pollock, you. I hope they haul you in and turn the fire hose on you. Same as last time.
Eunice, I want my girl down here.
Ha!
Scared of. They're crazy about each other.
I'm not used to
It's just a shame this had to happen when you first got here.
violence. Is so.
Sit down on the steps and have a cigarette with me.
I'm not appropriately dressed.
Well, that makes no difference in the corner.
What a pretty face.
I showed you the inscription, didn't I?
Yeah. There's so much confusion in the world. Thank you for being so kind. I need kindness now. Stella! Oh, my baby. Oh.
Blanche, what is the matter with you?
Oh, he's left?
Stan? Yes?
Will he be back?
Well, he's going to get the car greased. Why?
What? I've been half crazy, Stella, when I found out you've been insane enough to come back in this place after what happened. I started rushing after you.
I'm glad you didn't.
What are you thinking of? Answer me, what? What?
Please, Blanche, sit down and stop yelling.
All right, Stella, I'll repeat the question quietly now. How could you come back in this place last night? Why, you must have slept with him.
Blanche, I've forgotten how excitable you are. You're making much too much fuss about this. Yes, you are, Blanche. I know how it must have seemed to you, and I'm awful sorry it had to happen. But it's not anything as serious as you seem to take it. Well, in the first place, when men are drinking and playing poker, anything can happen. It's always a powder keg. He didn't know what he was doing. He was as good as a lamb when I came back in, and he's really very, very ashamed of himself.
And that makes it all right?
No, it's not all right for anyone to make such a terrible row, but people do sometimes. Stanley's always smashed things. Why, on our wedding night, as soon as we came in here, he snatched off one of my slippers and rushed about the place, smashing all the light bulbs with it.
He did what?
He smashed all the light bulbs with the heel of my slipper.
And you let him? Didn't run? Didn't scream?
I was sort of thrilled by it. Eunice and you at breakfast.
Do you suppose I wanted any breakfast?
Well, there's some coffee left on the stove.
You're so matter of fact about it, Stella.
What other can I be? Oh, he's taking the radio to get it fixed. Didn't land on the pavements, only one tube was smashed.
You're standing there smiling.
What do you want me to do?
Pull yourself together and face the facts.
And, what are they, in your opinion?
In my opinion, you're married to a madman.
No.
Yes, you are. Your fix is worse than mine is, but you're not being sensible about it. I'm going to do something. Get a hold of myself and make myself a new life.
Yes?
But you've given in. And that isn't right. You're not old. You can get out.
I'm not in anything I want to get out of.
What? Stella?
I said, I'm not in anything that I have a desire to get out of. Look at the mess in this room. And those empty bottles, they went through 2 cases last night. Promised me this morning he was going to stop having these little poker parties, but you know how long a promise like that's going to keep. How well. It's his pleasure, like mine's movies and bridge. People have got to tolerate each other's habits, I guess.
I don't understand you. I don't understand your indifference. Is this the Chinese philosophy you cultivated?
What?
This shuffling about and mumbling. One tube smashed, beer bottles, mess in the kitchen, like nothing out of the ordinary has happened. Are you deliberately shaking that thing in my face? Stop! Let go of that broom. I won't have you cleaning up for him.
Well, who's going to do it then? Are you?
Ah!
No, I didn't think so.
Oh! But my mind was function. I've got to get hold of some money. That's the way out.
I guess that money is always nice to get hold of.
Listen to me. I've got an idea of some kind. Do you remember Shep Huntley? Of course you remember Shep Huntley. I went out with him at college and always paid for a while. Well, I ran into him last winter. You know I went to Miami during the Christmas holidays?
No.
Well, I did. I took the trip as an investment, thinking I'd meet someone with $1 million.
Did you?
Yes, I ran into Shep Huntley. I ran into him on Biscayne Boulevard on Christmas Eve about dusk, getting into his car. Oh, Cadillac convertible, must have been a block long.
I should think that would have been inconvenient in traffic.
Oh. You heard of oil wells?
Yes, remotely.
Well, he has them all over Texas. Texas is literally spouting gold in his pockets.
My.
You know how indifferent I am to money. I think of money in terms of what it does for you, but he could do it. He could certainly do it.
Do what, Blanche?
What? Set us up in a shop.
What kind of a shop?
Oh, a shop of some kind. He could do it with half what his wife throws away at the races.
He's married?
Honey, would I be here if the man weren't married? How do you call Western Union? Operator, Western Union.
That's a dial phone, honey.
Oh, I can dial them too.
It's dial O.
Oh?
O for operator.
Oh, where's the pencil? Give me a slip of paper. I've got to write it down first. The message on paper. Let me see now. Darling Shep, sister and I in desperate situation.
I beg your pardon.
Sister and I in desperate situation. We'll explain the details later. Would you be interested in? Would you be interested in? Oh, you never get anywhere with direct appeals.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, darling.
But I gotta keep thinking, I gotta think of something. Oh, don't laugh at me, Stella. Please don't. I want you to look at the contents of my purse. Here's what's in it. 65 measly cents and coin of the ring.
Well, Stanley doesn't give me a regular allowance. He likes to pay bills himself, but this morning he gave me $10 to smooth things over. You take 5 of it, Blanche. I'll keep the rest.
No, Stella.
Well, I know how it helps him around just having a little pocket money on him.
No, thank you. I'll take to the streets.
Talk sense. How'd you come to get so low on funds?
Oh, money just goes. It just goes places. Sometime today, I've got to get hold of the Brahma.
Well, I'll fix you one now.
No, not yet. I've got to keep thinking.
I wish you'd just let things go. At least for a while.
Stella, I can't live with him. You can. He's your husband. But how can I stay here with him with after last night, just those curtains between us?
Blanche, you saw him at his worst last night.
No, on the contrary, I saw him at his best. What such a man has to offer is animal force, and he gave a wonderful exhibition of that. But the only way to live with such a man is to go to bed with him. And that's your job, not mine.
After you've rested a little, you'll see it's all going to work out. You don't have to worry about anything while you're here. I mean, expenses.
You've got a plan for us both. To get us both out.
You take it for granted that I'm in something I want to get out of.
I take it for granted that you have sufficient memory, Belle Reeve, to find us place in these poker players impossible to live with.
Well, then you are taking entirely too much for granted.
I can't believe you're in earnest.
No?
I understand how it happened. A little. You saw him in a uniform, not here.
You know what? I don't think it would have mattered where I saw him.
Oh, no, don't tell me. It was one of those mysterious electric things between people. Because if you do, I'll laugh in your face.
I'm not going to tell you anything more about it at all.
All right, then don't.
But there are things that happen between a man and a woman in the dark that make everything else seem unimportant.
What you are talking about is brutal desire. Just desire. The name of that rattle-trap streetcar that bangs through the quarter, up one old narrow street and down another.
Haven't you ever ridden on that streetcar?
It brought me here where I'm not wanted and where I'm ashamed to be.
Then don't you think your superior attitude is just a bit out of place?
I'm not being or feeling at all superior still. Believe me, I'm not. It's just this. This is how I look at it. A man like that is someone to go out with. Once, twice, 3 times when the devil is in you. But live with? Have a child by?
I have told you, I love him.
Well, then I tremble for you. I just tremble for you.
Well, I can't help you trembling if you insist on trembling.
May I speak plainly?
Yes, please do. As plainly as you want to.
Well, if you forgive me, he's coming.
Well, yes, I suppose he is.
Suppose. You can't have forgotten that much about bringing up Stella to suppose that any part of a gentleman's in his nature. Not one particle, no. Oh, if he was just ordinary. Just plain, but good and wholesome. But no, there's something downright bestial about it. Oh, you're hating me saying this, aren't you?
Go on and say it all, Blanche.
Well, he acts like an animal. There's an animal's habits. Eats like one, moves like one, talks like one. There's even something subhuman. There's something not quite to the stage of humanity yet. There's something ape-like about him. One of those pictures I've seen in anthropological studies. Thousands and thousands of years have passed him right by. And there he is, Stanley Kowalski, survivor of the Stone Age, bearing the raw meat home from the kill in the jungle, and you're waiting for him. Maybe he'll strike you, or maybe he'll grunt and kiss you. That's if kisses have even been discovered yet. Night falls and the other apes gather. He in front of the cave, all grunting like him and swilling and gnawing and hooking. His poker night, you call it. His party of apes. And somebody growls, some creature snatches at something, and the fight is on. Oh, God! Maybe we are a long way from being made in God's image, but Stella, my sister, there's been some progress since then. Such things as art, as poetry and music. Such kinds of new light have come into the world since then. And some kinds of people, some tenderer feelings have had some little beginning that we have to make grow and cling to and hold as our flag in this dark march to whatever it is we're approaching. Don't hang back with the brutes!
Hey, Stella! Hi, Stella. Blanche back?
Yeah, she's back.
Hi, Blanche.
You must have got onto the car.
Dawn mechanics at Fritz's don't know that asthma. Hey!
What are you laughing at, honey?
Myself for being such a liar. I'm writing a letter to Shep. Darling Shep, I'm spending the summer on the wing, making flying visits here and there, and who knows, perhaps I should take a sudden notion to swoop down on Dallas. How would you feel about that? Forewarned is forearmed, as they say. How's that sound?
Mm-hmm.
Most of my sister's friends go north in the summer, but some have homes on the Gulf, and there's been a continued round of entertainments, teas, cocktails, and luncheon.
Sounds like Eunice is having some trouble with Steve.
I heard about you in that bar.
That's a damn lie!
I wouldn't mind, you ain't pulling the wool over my eyes. I wouldn't mind if you stay down before Deuce, but you always going up.
Who ever seen me up?
I've seen you chasing around the balcony. I'm gonna call the light squad.
Don't you throw that at me!
Ow! Oh, shit. Oh! You hit me! I'm gonna call the police.
Did he kill her?
No, she's coming downstairs.
I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police.
What's the matter with Eunice?
She and Steve out around.
Has she got the police?
No. Just getting a drink.
That's much more practical.
She here?
No, the 4 deuces.
Running. Honk!
I've got to jot that down in my notebook. I'm compiling a notebook of quaint little words and phrases I picked up here.
You won't pick up nothing here you ain't heard before.
Can I count on that?
You can count on it up to 500.
That's a mighty high number. What sign were you born under?
Son?
Astrological sign. I bet you were born under Aries. Aries people are forceful and dynamic. They don't have noise. They love to bang things around. You must have had a lot of banging around in the army, and now that you're out, you make up for it by treating inanimate objects with such a fury.
Stanley was born just 5 minutes after Christmas.
Capricorn, the goat.
What sign were you born under?
Oh, well, my birthday's next month, the 15th of September. Now that's under Virgo.
What's Virgo?
Virgo's the virgin.
Say, do you know somebody named Shaw?
Why, everybody knows somebody named Shaw.
Well, this somebody named Shaw is under the impression he met you in Laurel. But I figure he must have you mixed up with some other party, because this other party is someone he met at a hotel called the Flamingo.
I'm afraid he does have me mixed up with this other party. The Hotel Flamingo, the sort of establishment I dare to be seen.
You know it.
I've seen it, smelled it.
Must have got pretty close to smell it.
The odor of cheap perfume was penetrating.
Stuff you use is expensive.
$25 an ounce. I'm near the end. That's just a hint. You want to remember my birthday?
John must have got you mixed up. He goes in and out of Laurel all the time, so you can check in on it, clear up any mistakes. I'll wait at the 4 deuces.
Hey, don't ever eat one kiss.
Not in front of your sister.
Stella, what have you heard about me?
Huh?
What have people been telling you about me?
Tell it?
You haven't heard any unkind gossip about me?
About you, Blanche?
Honey, there was a good deal of talk in Laurel.
About you?
I wasn't so good the last 2 years or so after Belle Reeve started to slip through my fingers.
Well, all of us do things.
I was never hard or self-sufficient enough. When people are soft people have got to shimmer and glow. They've got to wear soft colors, the colors of butterfly wings, and put a paper lantern over the light. But it's not enough to be soft. You've got to be soft and attractive. I'm thinking now. I don't know how much longer I can turn the trick. Have you been listening to me?
I don't listen to you when you're being morbid.
Is that Coke for me?
Not for anyone else.
Oh, you precious thing, you. Is it just Coke?
You mean you want a shot in it?
Well, honey, a shot never does a Coke any harm. But let me, you mustn't wait on me.
I like to wait on you, Blanche. It makes it feel more like home.
I have to admit, I love to be waited on. You're so good to me. And
Blanche.
I know I won't. You hate it when I talk sentimental, but believe I feel things more than I do. I won't stay long. I promise. I won't, I promise. I'll go. I'll go soon. I won't really. I won't hang around until he throws me out.
Now will you stop talking foolish?
Yes, ma'am. We'll tell your Paul that finished stuff comes over. No!
Take my hand, you brought gently.
Yes. Gently. Gently.
Did it stain?
Not a bit. Isn't that lucky?
Why did you scream like that?
I don't know why I screamed. Mitch is coming at 7. I guess I'm feeling nervous about our relation. He hasn't gotten anything but a goodnight kiss, Stella. That's all I've given him. I want his respect. And men don't want anything they get too easy. But on the other hand, men lose interest quickly. Especially when a girl is over 30. I think a girl over 30 ought to, the vulgar term is put out. But I'm not putting out. Of course he doesn't know. I mean, I haven't informed him of my real age.
Why are you so concerned about your age?
Because of the hard knocks my vanity's been given. But what I mean is he thinks I'm sort of prim and proper. You know? I want to deceive him enough to make him want me.
Blanche, do you want him?
I want to rest. I want to breathe quietly again. Yes, I want Mitch very badly. Just think, if it happens, I can leave here and not be anyone's problem.
Hey, Steve! Hey, Eunice! Hey, Stella!
It will happen.
It will?
It will. It will, honey, it will. But don't take another drink.
Come in. Well, what can I do for you?
I'm collecting for the Evening Star.
I didn't know stars took up collections.
Oh, it's the paper.
I know, I was joking. Feeble. Will you have a drink?
No, ma'am. No, thank you. I can't drink on the job.
Oh, well, let me see now. No, I don't have a dime. I'm not the lady of the house. I'm the sister from Mississippi. I'm one of those poor relations you've heard about.
That's quite all right. I'll stop by later.
Hey! Could you give me a light?
Sure. This doesn't always work.
Temperamental? One thing. Hey! What time is it?
15 to 7, ma'am.
So late. Don't you just love these long rainy afternoons in New Orleans? And an hour is just an hour with a little piece of eternity dropped into your hands, and who knows what to do with it. You gonna get wet in the rain?
Oh, no, ma'am. I stepped inside.
In a drugstore? Had a soda?
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate?
Cherry.
Cherry?
Cherry soda.
It'll make my mouth water.
Well, I better be going now.
Young man. Young man. Young man. Has anyone ever told you you look like a young prince out of the Arabian Nights? What are you doing, honey lamb? Come here. I want to kiss you. Just once. Softly and sweetly on the mouth. Now run along now. Quickly. It'd be nice to keep you, but I've got to be good and keep my hands off children. Look who it is! My Rose and Cavalier. Bow to me first. Now present her. Oh! Merci. Oh! Well.
Guess it must be pretty late.